Hey everyone, it's Johnny Fiev. This is Beginner Fusion. I went on the construct and I captured 8 Frozillas at level 60, which is the best thing you can do for fusing. You don't want to put your beast into the fusion center and then level it some more. You want to put it in there when it's all done and it's at level 60. There's very important and complicated reasons for that. So what I did, and what you should do to make it easier, is you look at all 8 of them and you pay attention to the gem only, not to the metal. When you capture a beast, the metal does absolutely nothing. So only worry about the gem. And this is my low level account. I'm only level 78 and I haven't even beaten Pandora's Temple yet. And that's why I have these 8x commons and uncommons. So Frozilla has Slumber Party, which is very useful on a capture team. So I already made one, but I'm doing another one to show you how to fuse it. So what you do is you change the name of the beasts by clicking here, and you number them 1 through 8 according to the best gem for what you want. If you want a defensive beast, then pick sapphires or emerald. If you want a faster beast or a stronger attack, do ruby and diamond. Diamond's also good for defense. So I looked at them all and I decided that since this beast only uses Slumber Party, I want speed and I want defense. So kind of well rounded. I don't really need attack to be high for that at all. So I made Ruby my number 1. I made Sapphire number 2, and I didn't change any of these with sharding. I just captured them. These are the first 8 that I went and captured really quick on the construct. Then I made Emerald number 3. Yeah, Topaz is number 4 because it gives us a speed boost. Jeez, where is it? Alright, the other Topaz as number 5. And I'm doing this just to remind you in order of the best to the worst. So Peridot gives a little defense. Speed is more important than defense for a capturing beast. But I already used all the ones that give you speed first. So now number 6 is Peridot. And then I think I did 7 as Moonstone, which gives you health for defense. And then I did Garnet as number 8. So now I'm ready to fuse them. And this is the best order you can do to get the most amount of points. I'm not really going to go into detail about why it works that way. Otherwise, it could take a long time for me to make this video. Whoops. So just take my word for it. I changed their name for a good reason. So number 1, and you pair him up with number 5. The reason for that is, quickly, is that this slot generally gives more boost points than this slot does. So you want to put your 1 through 4 beasts here, and you want to pair them up with 5 through 8 here. So 1 and 5 fuse, and now I end up with, it's got 1 star on it, and it's the ruby, and it's still named number 1. So you're going to do that 3 more times. Now I want to find number 2 and pair it up with number 6. So 2 and 6 are next. Fuse it. Now I have 2 Frozillas that have 1 star. This is where people get confused. They don't understand that you have to put a different beast in this slot. You don't want to keep using the same beast because you can't make 8 of them that way. So number 3. And number 7. Fuse them. So number 4 is in the first slot. Number 8 is in the second slot. It's very important. Alright, so now I have 4 beasts that each have 1 star. There's 3 of them, and there's 4. And they're still named, their names, 1 through 4. Numbers 5 through 8 disappeared. So now what I do is I take number 1. This is the second phase of fusing. Number 1 and number 3. Because I want my number 2, which is the second strongest, to be in this slot on the next fuse. That's why I'm skipping to number 3. So 1 and 3, the cost doubled. The stats are a little bit higher now. And then do 2 and 4. Two and 4. Alright, so now I have 2 beasts left. Out of those 8, we made 4, then we made 2, and now we're going to make 1. So you get your number 1. Should have 2 stars on it. And there's number 1 and number 2 left. They each have 2 stars. So do number 1 and then number 2. The cost went up again. So these are the boosts I'm getting now. And the reason why the boosts get higher is because these beasts got higher stats from the previous fuses. So this final fuse is very important because it gives you the big ones. Alright. So now I have an 8X Frozilla. And there it is. Now, if I wanted to upgrade the metal, it will increase all the stats. And if I use crystals, those will also increase the stats even more. But I recommend that you don't worry about using any shards for metal or gems or any crystals for stats on common, uncommon, rare, or even elite beasts. I honestly would save them for epic beasts. You just have to get through Sector 6 and then you can get epics pretty easily. Since it takes so much time to get shards like titanium and platinum and gold, sometimes you have dry spells where you can't really get them as much as you want to get them. I would just suggest that you make more 8X beasts to fight with, because as you can see that here's a rare at level 60. That's his rarity, which is the third from the bottom, rare. It's number 3. About 300, 220, 250, almost 200, 250. When you look at our Frozilla, it's overall probably a little higher than a rare. So if you make 8X commons, and this is a common, so it's skipping over uncommon, and it's basically it basically has the stats of a single rare. Now, yes, if you fuse rares together, then they'll be stronger than an elite. So you don't really have to spend a lot of effort making rare and elite or uncommon beasts have really good gems and metals and crystal upgrades. Just make a few of them. This is my capture team when I go on the construct. Any epics you have, use crystals on them. I don't have the shards that I want for it yet, so I'm gonna wait. The epics are the ones that are gonna matter in the long run, and I've spent a lot of time upgrading rares in my starter and Bobongo and Pandarain and Larga, and you can't fuse those beasts, so therefore it's only one, it's not 8 of them, and if you make 8 of something else, it's going to be stronger. So don't waste your time with that, save it for the epics.